It was as powerful as a series of earthquakes. 5 square kilometers of Russian ordnance, bombs and missiles blown up by Ukraine in one of the most devastating drone strikes of the war. Now the impact of the attack on Russia's ammunition arsenal at Toropets, 300 miles from the front line, is becoming clearer. Experts say the blast was the equivalent of around 200 tons of high explosives. Ukraine's military intelligence agency, the SBU, said 100 drones were involved in the operation. Seismic readings recorded 13 separate explosions. The facility was thought to be highly fortified. When it was built in 2018, Russia's then Deputy Defense Minister, Dmitry Bulgakov, told Russian media it was impenetrable to any sort of attack, including nuclear. He was arrested earlier this year for corruption. Sources inside the SBU told the Reuters news agency the warehouse contained missiles, glide bombs and artillery ammunition. Among them were stockpiles of Iskander and Tochka-U ballistic missiles. Some reports suggest North Korean tactical ballistic missiles may also have been stored there. The resulting blast may well be one of the biggest non-nuclear explosions in history. It was so large, NASA's fire detection satellites picked it up, painting the site in red. The Institute for the Study of War, ISW, says the strike will affect Russian operations in the coming months. Estonian military intelligence says it estimates 30,000 tons of munitions exploded, creating a blast equivalent to 75,000 artillery shells detonating at once. Russia fires an estimated 10,000 shells every week in Ukraine. By that calculation, the strike on Toropets wiped out 2 to 3 months of Russia's ammunition supply. Defense analysts say that will put pressure on the Russian military and force commanders to disperse their ammunition stocks to try and make them less vulnerable. Ukrainian media say the attack on Toropets was the most damaging airstrike on Russia since the Second World War. And they're not finished. This was another strike, this time on an ammunition depot in the Russian border region of Bryansk, 200 miles behind the front line. The distinctive sound just before impact has led to speculation Kyiv is using its new jet-powered weapon, the Palyanitsia missile drone, to carry out these attacks. It's effectively a cheap cruise missile, and Ukraine may have used scores of them to hit Toropets. 4 days after that attack, Ukraine also struck an ammunition stockpile at Tochka-U in southern Russia, destroying 2,000 tons of ammunition, including more North Korean ordnance. So what are we seeing here? Well, Ukraine is ramping up its homegrown strike capability, building ever more lethal long-range missiles. As Washington and London debate whether to allow Ukraine to use weapons like Storm Shadow and ATACMS against targets inside Russia itself, Kyiv has clearly decided it can't afford to wait. Simon Newton, BFBS Forces News. Thanks for watching. For more from BFBS Forces News, like and subscribe to our channel.